Subtraction? Never learned that in school, did you? We're a good team. Okay. For each two things in the inbox, first subtract the first from the second and put the result in the outbox. And then subtract the second from the first and put the result in the outbox. Repeat. Okay. So, inbox. Also, we're going to jump at the end to the start. We've got an outbox. But first, we're going to have to copy 2, 0. And then we have to inbox again to get the second number. And we're going to need to copy that one as well. And then... I mean, technically there's other ways we could do it. But I think they would be less efficient. So, we copy those down. We then subtract. Yeah, we're still holding the second number. So we're going to then subtract 0. Put it in the outbox. Then we're going to copy from 0 and subtract 1. Is that right? Yeah. And then we outbox that as well. And that's when we loop. Okay. That one honestly felt a lot more straightforward. No doing weird tricky things with the loops. That's where it kind of comes in that it's actually a jump command and not a loop command, too. Some numbers are bigger than other numbers. Sometimes they are the same. How can we know? Comparison operators. Get two things from the inbox. If they are equal, put one of them in the outbox. Discard non-equal pairs. Repeat. Comments. Okay. But no comparison operator, huh? Well, okay, so since they didn't give me a comparison operator, I have to get creative and use the jump if 0. That's kind of annoying, but technically doable. Okay, so inbox. Copy to 0. Inbox again. Back. Jump if 0. jump it in the outbox. And I have to start this with a jump command. That brings us to here. Bypass this initial code block like we learned in the other one. I think that's it. There's been a change of plans! The accounting department has determined that treating all numbers equally is no longer profitable. Management wants the big numbers only. Oh, new command, jump if negative. Okay. Okay, we gotta take something from the inbox. Gotta copy it. Gotta take another thing from the inbox. I have to copy that as well. Okay, so if it's negative... well, okay, I didn't get that far yet. So we've got to do the comparison first, which is the subtraction. So we've got to then... actually just subtract 0 in this case. Because we're holding 1. And then we're going to say, if 0 is bigger, then it will be negative, which means that we want to get 0. And put that in the outbox. If not, we will copy from one. And jump that up. Unless... oops. If it is 0, then we can do either number, so it doesn't matter which. And we can use the same code up here. But this jump actually needs to go to here. Here we go! Oh. It can be more efficient. Okay. But how, though? Oh, I don't even need to check if it's 0. If it's negative, I get 0 and put that in the outbox. If it's... It's not negative. Oh. Well, that's a problem still. No, it's not, because... Okay, so I copy from 1. I think I've got this backwards now. Because now this is going to overwrite that. So... I need to copy from 1 either way. Am I crazy? I might be crazy. Okay, we grab a 4. 4 is... Got the 7 subtracted from it. I had it right the first time. Maybe? What the heck was that? Okay, 8. I do my subtraction. Must be missing something again. Now, doing it this way broke my entire approach. But let's try pasting in the actual solution and see if we can understand it. And see how it differs from what I was doing originally. Oh, I see. It's using add as kind of a cheat to reverse the... Okay, so... Yeah, the initial jumps over... the copy from 0 and the outbox command. I think that's exactly what I was doing. And then you've got your inbox. Got your copy to 0. I see. So they got around having to do a copy to 1, basically, by using the add to reverse the operation. Okay. I see what they did there. Employee morale insertion? Oh no.
And that, ladies, is how I saved a bundle on my long-distance telephone service. Back to work, everyone.
A massive army of machines has surrounded the city. The machines are not moving, and they are not communicating. Local authorities are investigating.
Oh, so that's the doomsday scenario in this one, apparently. I've always felt the most comfortable of nice, cold, logical decisions. Emotional decisions are for the weak. This is kind of, interesting because, it's using a style of programming I've never really used before, because I usually, am using, like, object-oriented programming. This kind of, like, jumping mechanism spaghetti code is very, like, early days of programming. You don't see it used as much anymore. But also, it's highly focused on optimization, and optimizing isn't usually something that I've had to worry about. I mean, to some extent, like, you don't want to write code that's just super, super messy and going to take, like, 50 times as long as it should. But, in the times that I've been programming, I haven't really needed to worry about optimization in the way someone who is programming for, like, a calculator that had 6K of RAM might have to, or something like that. Or, especially, like, games for older consoles. I mean, even modern consoles are very conscious about optimization. And that's not an experience I've really had to worry about. Usually I'm programming things that are more of a, utilitarian approach. Not really so much worried about the number of cycles it's going to take as making sure that the end result is accurate and scalable. Okay, for each 2 things in the inbox, send a 0 to the outbox if they have the same sign, both positive or both negative. Send a 1 to the outbox if their signs are different. Repeat until the inbox is empty. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to grab something from the inbox. I'm gonna want to copy it. Grab another thing from the inbox because I need to do a comparison on them. Now, I know how I could do this if I had multiplication as an option, but I have to think it through a little bit. and try and do this with only addition and subtraction. Maybe it's not an addition and subtraction thing. Maybe it's, I can use the if negative loop, compare the base numbers as they come off. Okay. So, inbox. Comes in. Actually don't even need... Might need a copy command. If negative, copy to 0. Okay. So if negative, and then if also negative, both are negative. I'm going to copy from into the outbox. Otherwise, I'm 5. first one is negative, then come up here. Need to check to see if the second one is also negative. Okay. So... basically, we start here. Grab a number. If it's negative, come up here. If that number... okay. So we grab a number. If it's negative, we come up here. Grab our second number. If that number is also negative, we come down here and we copy from 4, which is 0. Which is what we want to send to the outbox if they have the same sign. On the other hand, if it's not negative, it's gonna pass right through this statement. We'll get the second one. If that one is also not negative, it will pass right through and we will get number 4 again. And it will jump us to here where we will put it in the outbox. If the first one is positive, we get the second one, and the second one is negative. Then we copy from 5, and we send that to the outbox. I think that's right. All right. We did it. Positive attitudes are now mandatory. Hi, all management is watching. Excellent. But if a number is negative, first remove its negative sign. Okay. I had to think about how to do that without ability to multiply for a second. But I think I know the solution to this now. Okay, so you grab it from the inbox. We're sending it to the outbox. But before that, if it's negative, Okay, so if it's negative, we come to here, and we're going to... copy to 0. This is key. We have to subtract 0. And that will get us to 0. And then we have to subtract 0 again to get us to the positive value of the same number. And then we still need an outbox. I'm not sure if this is the most efficient, but I think it should work. Okay, so I completed the speed challenge, but not the size challenge. Is it possible to do it without... Oh, I think I see. It's actually just that... we do that. Great success! Hi, Luis! Welcome! We are programming with humans as robots prepare to destroy us all. Career milestone 3, huh? I have seen The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Okay, for each number in the inbox, send that number to the outbox. Followed by all numbers down to or up to 0. It's a countdown. Got new commands. Add 1 or subtract 1. I was just remembering that show the other day because there was a point in there where, oh, I just noticed there's this robot arm in here now. There was a point in that show where, they, like, messed up the whole space-time continuum and everything, and there was this, crow that goes, "You fools! You've destroyed the natural order!" Okay. So... we can't just send it to the outbox. It has to get copied to a space somewhere. Okay, so if it's negative, we need to do subtraction.
That's all for this episode. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe, or join me on Twitch or Twitter. Hope to see you next time on Yukikaze Gaming. Botany!